United States, a lot of healthcare spending is wasted. And that's probably the biggest thing that health economists kind of spend their days about. And in particular, a relevant fact for today is that we know lots of tests are just low value. The problem is the testing is very hard. Who is it that we ought to decide? Who is it that we should test? Kind of invasive, kind of expensive, so that we see if there's a heart attack, and then we can implement treatment. This is canonical of a lot of applications in medicine, is even when we've got efficacious treatment, we need to screen. So the basic health economics question, wow, we overtest, we have very low yields, actually has an interesting prediction component in it, which is given everything we observe, what is the expected yield? After all, this is the thing that the doctor is implicitly predicting in deciding whom to test. So a very common view is, yeah, you know who has it together? These low testing, low utilization hospitals are very efficient. Why can't we make the high testing hospitals more like these low testing ones? But you know what's absurd? They test less of everybody. Yes, they test less down here. Great, we've reduced underuse. But they're testing much less down here as well. And if you calibrate the loss in yield here, these are a lot of very high return tests that you're throwing away. And in fact, it raises the question when we incentivize places to be like Utah, are we actually, yes, we're reducing costs, but are we leaving a lot of money on the table? I think for me, half the gain is from using machine learning. Half the gain for me is starting to think more about prediction itself as an activity.